Hello, welcome to Midweek. So glad to be here with you. I get the opportunity to give you some reflections on our baccalaureate service that happened on Sunday and everything that's coming the next 2 weekends with our adopt-a-grad efforts, because it is graduation season. We have an amazing class of 2025 that we're celebrating and honoring. And we had the biggest baccalaureate service we've ever had on Sunday, and it was so encouraging. We had to move into the sanctuary to fit everybody, and we had 25 seniors on that stage. To have the chance to interview them, just reminded of just the amazing young men and women that they are, the awesome plans they have, the advice that they have for our incoming freshmen, the reflections they've had, and the highlights from their high school career was so fun to hear. But the real great part of this whole service is just getting to hear each parent come up to the microphone and share a blessing over their student. And they did an amazing job with 25 parents to get through. We thought it was going to be a long night, but man, their concise approach to just blessing their student was encouraging. And for me, that's a lot of work, a lot of coordination to put into a service. And then we came over to the Commons, and they all have these amazing tables that just put all their achievements and their personality out for us to see. It's a lot of work, but every year I'm reminded just from parents sharing, where else would they get that opportunity to share and speak into their students' life like this as they take this next step into life. And the reflection I had, a few weeks ago, we had some baby dedications. And there's a point in that service, in that moment, where Mark is charging those parents to raise their children in godly homes and to honor God. But he turns around, he turns to you, the church, and he charges you with, are we going to come walk alongside these families, these babies, as they're up there all cute on stage? And there's a resounding yes that comes from the congregation. And I was thinking about it, that is not an empty yes. That's not just oh yes, we're responding. Because when I look at that stage and see that many students, that many families that have raised their children in the church, and they are here solid and with the awesome foundation and healthy relationships and just great wisdom that they're stepping into this next stage of life, I'm reminded that yes means something. Because those families have stuck around, they've had so many people pour into their family and their children's life, and it's a church that we get to celebrate. It's not something I get to take credit for as the high school youth pastor. I get to think through all the investment that our JP and our middle school leaders have poured into those graduates when they were in middle school. But before that, Stephanie and our kids ministries volunteers, what they've poured into. And then the church, the prayer, the finances given, all the volunteering hours that happens that pour into these lives that culminate here in high school, where they go up on that stage and we celebrate and honor them. So I was just deeply encouraged that we had that many participate, and it just points me to the fact that we have an amazing church. And especially that baby dedication, that yes of we're going to walk alongside, we're going to encourage, we're going to support our families and our young people. That's serious, and I feel it, and I am thankful for it. So that was an amazing service. If you've never been to a baccalaureate service, put it on your calendar for next year. Next May rolls around, come to that service, and you'll be encouraged by just the amazing young men and women that we are launching into the world and get to represent Salem First Baptist Church wherever they go. With that in mind, the next 2 weekends we have our adopt-a-grad card shower effort that we have, and you're going to see before and after the services a table in the lobby, or you come by the youth room and you'll see a table, and there's going to be these little slips for each graduate that has their picture, their school, where they're headed, or what they're doing next year, and there's going to be a little address label on that. And what we have seen last couple of years, we've had hundreds of cards written by you, the church. And this year with 33 graduates, I need your help more than ever. And the heart behind this is that not that they just get a bunch of cards, but is that every card is a reminder that their church loves them, supports them, and is for them. And for those that are leaving the state, going away, we're sending them out, that they're reminded of the importance of the local church, to be plugged in, that it's more than just their youth group, it's about the church. And so the reminder of that value, and that their church sees them and loves them. And for those sticking around, that they want to stay here, that they they feel like they belong here and they're loved by our church, and that also whatever life takes them, that this can always be home. They can always come through these doors and know that they're welcome here and that they're loved. So this is just a little reminder that we get to do to celebrate them, to honor them. So come by the table, grab a graduate, grab 5 of them, use that address label to slap it on a grad card. Grads love Dutch Bros gift cards, cash, anything, but honestly, just your words of affirmation, of wisdom, of advice, of encouragement, that goes a long ways. So there's no obligation for monetary gift in these cards. But yeah, so please consider helping us out by grabbing a handful of graduates over the next 2 weekends, and that they'll get bombarded with some mail over the next 2 weeks. That's not junk mail, that's not a bill or some advertising, that it's personal and it has their name on it, and they're reminded of our love for them as the church. So that's the next 2 weekends. In other news, we have some fun events coming up that we want you to know about. The first, if you haven't heard, is Fusion, our middle school ministry. They're having a Fusion reunion. That's next Wednesday at 6:15. So if you have ever been a part, if you've come through and participated in Fusion, the middle school ministry, this is for you. You don't have to be currently in the ministry or even before. If anytime you've been involved with middle school ministry here at Salem First Baptist, show up. It's going to be a fun night just to see how many people, the current middle schoolers, but all of you who've come through and been a part. And there's going to be a panel of Fusion alumni that are going to be up there and just reflecting on middle school years and what they learned and took from their time in this ministry. So show up. It's going to be a blast. We'd love to see you and have that time together. And then men, we have an opportunity for you. Father's Day weekend, we have our disc golf extravaganza coming up. And it's going to be, we're going to the Shemeketa disc golf course. It's pretty, I haven't played it yet, but I've heard great things about it. And so we're going to have a little mini tournament, fun time together. And so don't think that you have to be a good disc player to come play, right? I've heard that Jeff has more Frisbees lost in trees than he's ever gotten in an actual basket. Tyler hasn't touched a Frisbee in years, I'm pretty sure. So you'll be in good company if you're not confident in your disking abilities, but it's going to be a great time to come together. And we'd love to see fathers and sons. We'd love to see just men, young men, come show up, have a great time playing. I have some brand new discs. If you don't have some, I have 4 of them right here. And what I'm going to say is that the first person to register after this video goes live, and the 5th person to register, I'm going to give you one of these discs, and maybe the others will be given out on the actual weekend. But we'd love to see you sign up for that, to come participate. It's going to be a ton of fun. And other than that, we'd love to see you this weekend for service, to worship together. Thank you for tuning in for our midweek message.